Hello guys, today we are doing a CLA45. Amazing car. It's a 2015. As you can see, we removed the doors right now. Now we're gonna change the door trims to 64 color ambient lights. So this is how we're gonna, this door is done already. So this is how we're gonna do. So we will be removing this silver plastic trim right here, right around the door handles. They're gonna be replacing this with these ones. So this trim basically, it has LED strips a little elevated as compared to this one. So what's the difference between both trim is, you see this trim, it's like plain right with the door trim, but as compared to this one, if we see this right here that we changed, it's a little elevated with LED strip that is coming a little sticking out of the door. So that's how they made the trim. So the light from here falls over the door handles and into the puddle right here. So once we replace that, we gonna be taking the wire out like that, and then we have to run this wire to the main controller. I'll show you the wiring later, but for now let's see how we change the trim. So for the trim, as you can see, there should be 3 tabs out here. Sometimes they're a little harder to locate. Yeah, right on this side. So you see this trim pad, you have to pull it back. Hold on. So there you go. So you have to press it and push it down at the same time like that. So you will see it will slide down and go behind that trim, unlikely this one. So you will be doing exactly the same to this. Press and push it down like that, so it slides down. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of these. To do 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th one right here. So let's see. So once that's done, you will see that gap over there. So once you see the gap, you just have to take a trim tool, a plastic pry tool, and you just have to start prying it out from any of these edges. I'm just trying to do it with one hand. So just try to pry it just like that. Hold on. Hold on, let me see. Okay, there we go. You just have to start prying it out. Easy prying out. This whole trim should come off easily. Make sure if you wanted to reuse it, or sometime you wanted to put it back for some reason, you can always put it back. This is how you pry it out. Once the whole trim is pried out, easy, then we're gonna be replacing. Just make sure it's exactly the same angle. Yes. Oh, it's gonna go like that. So yes, it's exactly the same angle on the same side. It's very easy to differentiate between front and the back, because front one's a little bigger and the one for the back are smaller comparatively. These are bigger, these are smaller. So you can just go wrong with the front and the back. But just make sure once you're putting these on, they're exactly the same angle, because left and right are a little bit different. So let's put it on. To put it on, it just slap right there, but you have to open this part a little bit more in order to pass this wire, and make sure your wire doesn't pinch here. Make sure it goes through that hole right there. So make sure you pass the wire through this gap or this gap, because it comes right straight to this angle over here, this turn. So once it's gonna go like that, as you see, the wire aligns right there. So once it passes, you can see it has to pass through that gap in there. So let's put it on. So once the trim is all the way in, make sure you don't have this gap over here or any gap between the black and the silver trim. So just make sure it's all the way in, perfectly fine. Then you just have to press this tabs here, and then it should go all the way in. That's it. That's how you install the door trims. Right there. And on the back, just make sure all those tabs are back in their place once you press them right here. This one, and then you can see the wires coming through that gap in there, and it's perfectly fine. Just check all the tabs are locked properly. Okay, all good. And then we're gonna run this wire to the main controller just like the other doors. Okay guys, so we're gonna do the wiring part now. The kit comes with 3 sets of wires. One that has this little box, it's a controller box. The other one is without a box but with just a footlight. And the third one is, it's 2 female, actually male connectors with these, I don't know what you say them, but these are a type of connector too. That's gonna be connecting with these ones. So they're the male, these are the females. So female connectors goes with the male one over here. And these 2 wires, they have to go on the back door, because we're gonna be running these wires from the back door all the way to this one that's gonna be in the front. As you can see, these 4 colors gonna go with these 4 colors female. Then it comes with a reflective tape. I believe this is gonna be for the dashboard, and for the dashboard they have this strip too, with a female connector, and that female connector gonna be connecting right over here. It says something in Chinese, but I believe this is where it's gonna go. This is like the 4th time I'm installing these, but decided to make a video this time. So that's the controller gonna be there. So let's see where we're gonna put this controller first. So we always start from the passenger side, because that's where the controller is gonna be sitting. Let's see. So we are on the passenger side. So you can see on the passenger side door control, there is this white plug right here with the 2 brown wires, 1 red and white, red and black wire. We just have to press this little tab there and pull it out. So once this come out, as you can see, this plug, the one that comes with the kit, and the original OEM plug, they're exactly the same. So now if we gonna put this one there, this female one, where does this gonna go? So for that, they made this bypass switch. So it's another male switch that creates a female switch that goes into the OEM, and the original one gonna go here to power up the whole system. So that's how we're gonna connect it. So this is how we connected it. We put the original OEM one into the bypass switch. From the bypass switch, we put the other female one back into the OEM box control. Now this box control has to stay here, and then this wire, this one right here, we're gonna run it through this rubber grommet, through out here, inside the car, through here. So let's watch that. So we made a little incision in here into this rubber grommet, pass the wire through here. That's where our new box sitting. That's the new connection with this. So we pass the wire through here, use the fish wire to run it across. I would recommend to use the fish wire because there is a glass on the back of the door. So just wanted to make sure it doesn't pass between the glass and the frame. It passes under the glass of the window. So we can pass it through here and into this rubber grommet and then inside the car. Okay, all the door wirings is connected. We took the panel off. The panel is right here, and we are installing these new air vents with the ambient lights in them. For the trim, it's a little bit tricky part for the LED that you have to put. So it has a wall that is, let me show you. I don't think so you can see. Yeah, so looking at this part, if you see this, I have to grind it a little bit because this wall was as high as this one. So you have to grind it so the light can pass through. The strip gonna sit right in there, so you will be able to see it on this edge of the dashboard. So you're gonna run all across, but it's gonna be sitting on the side. It's just the reflection that you're gonna be seeing. It's gonna be running all across over here like that. So you can do that, and it should be good. Let's see how it turns out. And for the air vents, it's simply easy. You just have 2 screws over here, one on this side and one on the other side. Then these old ones, they're just these clips. You press the tab clips and then they come off, and then you insert the new one in there. And as far as the back, this is how it looks. And this is the point where the LED gonna be connected. These are the LEDs that came with this. So this projector right here should go just right there like that. So it sits right there, and then it clips, and that's it. That's how it fits. And if you wanted to take it off for some reason, it's just easy off. Okay guys, so we installed the strip right here. That's how it's supposed to look. The strip is all the way here. We can test it. There you go. Now we're gonna make a connection for the strip right here. As you can see, strip is almost connected. I'm gonna test it again, and there you go. That's how the strip looks from back. This is how it's gonna be looking from the front. Those are the air vents all installed. Footlights are there. Door lights are good. Everything is good. And we're just gonna put everything back.